And here at home, an organization gave away Narcan and fentanyl test strips this morning. The Billsby Center in Harrisburg runs out of Narcan every day, and their biggest needs are Narcan and fentanyl test strips. They partner with Good Neighbor Ministries so they can receive grants to further help the public. We stopped by one of the locations where supplies are being handed out, and they told us they ran out of some supplies again this morning.
I personally have over 800 fentanyl test strips, and I know that Georgia Overdose Prevention has a ton of Narcan and a ton of hygiene kits. We just sent somebody out to buy more hygiene products, so we're giving them out.
This is before National Overdose Awareness Day on Sunday and National Recovery Month in September. To learn more about the organizations handing out Narcan, you can head to our website, wrdw.com. In science, technology, engineering, arts, and math make up the acronym STEAM, and it's something schools have been encouraging students to partake in for nearly a decade. The Richmond County school system is no different. The school system held a STEAM community event this morning. The event gave students the chance to learn about the companies in the CSRA that support STEAM so students can see how school translates to work. We spoke to a teacher in the school system about why this event is so important for their future.
We bridge the gap between what's happening in our school system through our STEAM initiative and what we have here as far as our industries and organizations in the Richmond County. Our students need to understand that what they're learning in the classroom does translate directly to the workforce. We're trying to make sure that our students understand that they could either go into employment, they could go towards enlistment, or furthering their education through higher ed.
This year was the second year for the event, and they hope to do it again next year.
Looking at those overnight temperatures, we'll see those lower 60s for us to start off our Sunday. We'll warm up nicely, though, into those 80s. I'll have a look at what we can expect throughout the next 7 days coming up.
For over 30 years, I've built...
Get this low-mileage lease on this 2025 Cadillac Optic all-wheel drive luxury one vehicle shown for around $439 per month.
Trust meteorologist Chris Still for your first alert.
I was on my way to take my son to school, and this guy rear-ended us. I would never be able to get that day back, but getting the maximum compensation makes it all easier. If you've been in an accident, please call Mike Hostler Law Firm.
First Alert Radar, powered by Jim Hudson Automotive Group.
Welcome back. Well, you may remember a few weeks ago we told you Pittsburgh turned into Picklesburg for their Pickle Festival. Well, the CSRA has a Pickle Festival too. The Pickle Festival is in Rennes, and you could have had the chance to go out there and celebrate the love of pickles. We talked to a Pickle Fest vendor about why they showed up today.
I think what makes it so amazing is it gives a lot of our small companies in the community to opportunity to put their name out there and get their business going. I think it's really great to have that opportunity to get your items that you make personally at home to sale.
Well, I hope they didn't forget to relish the moment. And if you missed out, don't make a big deal over it. And they hope to do it again next year as well. I'm sorry, I try not to laugh through this script, but it's pretty funny. I honestly am not a huge pickle fan myself, but I can't appreciate this event that they have going on. The only ones I really like are the fried pickles. I'll eat those with some ranch, but other than that.
I had these things growing up at the ball field called a pickle sickle, where you would just freeze pickle juice. And and it would give you like the salts and everything that you needed back again. So pretty cool. Yeah, pretty cool.
Will you enjoy that?
Yeah, I did. It was cool. It was definitely cool. But hey, I want to take a look at what we can expect throughout the next couple of days for us. Overnight tonight, 63, that average low. Not going to be a big rain change for us, and that'll continue into our day tomorrow. We can anticipate seeing partly cloudy sky conditions warming up into the 80s for the afternoon. But again, things are not looking too bad, especially for the first half of our day. Once we get into the second half, maybe a little bit more cloud cover will start to build in. An isolated shower possible, but about a 10% chance of a shower impacting us. So our Labor Day, things are looking nice and dry for us as well. If you have any outdoor plans over the next 24, 48 hours, really really a great weekend for us. But here's what we're looking at temperature-wise for the next couple of weeks. This is going to go for the second full week of September. We can anticipate seeing those temperatures a little bit below average for this time of year. And that's not saying it's going to be cold. I know you're seeing blue behind me, but that's just saying it's below average from what we typically see this time of year. So I think we'll still be cruising in those lower to middle 80s for us throughout the next couple of weeks. So definitely going to be something that a lot of us are enjoying, very football-like weather for us. I want to take a look, though, at the tropics. There is an area of potential tropical development just off the coast of Africa. It has about a 30% chance of turning into a named storm over the next 7 days. So something we'll continue to keep an eye on as we get into the month of September. September is the most active month historically for any hurricanes becoming even major hurricanes. It's the most active month. So again, any of these we'll keep a close eye on as we go throughout the next couple of weeks. Looking at your Labor Day, though, not too bad. Plenty of sunshine for us. 83, that average high temperature for the next couple of days. Once we get into our Wednesday, right around that 84-degree mark, but we're going to see those rain chances start to build back in. Same can be said for Thursday. Once we see Friday and Saturday of next week, those high temperatures will be in the upper 80s.
And as we head to break, here's a live look at Phoenix and your winning lottery numbers. We'll be right back.
This is Eamon Hopkins with
Needs a better you.
Well, here's a look at our 7-day forecast for us. Tomorrow, 84. We'll be cruising in the low 80s for the next couple of days for us. Plenty of sunshine for our Labor Day. Much better conditions expected for us. Even by Tuesday, we're going to be cruising in the low 80s. Again, plenty of sunshine. Rain chances will come back into play, though, once we get into the middle of next week. As of right now, just looks like a few isolated showers for us. Might help us cool off a little bit, but by the time we hit Thursday afternoon, we'll see those upper 80s again. That's going to be the story for your Friday and Saturday. 87, that average high both afternoons. Those overnight lows in the lower to middle 60s for us. So very consistent. And here's kind of some good news. If you are enjoying this weather, it's going to stick around for a little bit longer. Here's that temperature outlook for the first full week of September. We're going to be below average for this time of year. That's not saying it's going to be cold, but we're still going to be below average, so pretty similar to what we're seeing right now in those lower and middle 80s for us. That's going to continue. So it's very fall football-like weather. I'm not getting too comfortable with it. I do think we'll still have some warm afternoons left for us before we do kind of settle in to those cooler months, but just know things are still looking on the cooler side as we go throughout the next couple of days. But again, overnight tonight, not too bad in those lower 60s for us. A few clouds out there that'll kind of help us not fully cool off into those upper 50s, but very mild night in store. Audrey, I am loving this weather.
Oh, me too. I'm looking forward to more of it. But thanks for joining us tonight at 11. We'll have more news, weather, and sports for you tomorrow morning. Have a good night.
Georgia Power is here for you with programs, tools, and incentives that lower your bill. But we also have a few ways you can save right now. Unplug devices like TVs when they're not being used, or use a power strip you can switch off. Make sure you're only using the lights you need. Change out your HVAC filter and make sure your vents are clear. Set your thermostat at 78 for max efficiency, but every degree closer helps. Because everything we save on energy can be better spent being there for the people we care about. Visit GeorgiaPower.com for more energy saving tips.